Today is Bronson Moreau's first ever playoff game as he finished off the season in a strong way, not only claiming the division, but also getting a first round bye. But we are not done with divisional play. In Wild Card Weekend, the 49ers would beat the Minnesota Vikings 23-17. They are moving on to face us in the divisional round. Now, they finished their regular season off a little bit rough, dropping some games, and that opened the door for us to take the division. But in head-to-head, we split. The first showing did not go very well for us. A 31-13 loss as the 49ers just dominated. Moreau didn't have a great game, 2 turnovers, just completed 42% of his passes. He did get a little bit running, but really just nothing much happened, and their offense was near unstoppable. However, in the second game, we pulled out the win 27-24, and while this score line showed that it was close, we had that game pretty much in hand. Moreau did have a turnover in the second one, completed 66% of his passes, but also threw 2 touchdowns. Rushing the ball, he had another touchdown and a fumble, but was the leading rusher of the game. So if Moreau can clean up those mistakes, those turnovers, defense come ready to play, we could find ourselves heading to a conference championship in just his second season. And of course, with it being playoffs, this is where you see the best out of everyone. So we will not be doing the coin flip. We'll just be using all Madden throughout every playoff game. So with that being said, let's jump on in Bronson Moreau's very first ever playoff appearance. Divisional round, divisional rival, and playoff football back in Seattle. We're going to start with a heavy set, though, going to look for a pass, or at least that was the game plan. But pass rush comes around the edge. Bosa, loss of 9. Now, we will change up the format a little bit in this episode, just one game, but we're going to keep an eye a little bit more on the defense, see how well they do as DK gets a step. We loft it out, find him on the move, though maybe slightly too far out in front. Messed up that just momentum, but it's a gain of 41. And of course, DK has probably been our biggest receiver this year. We've really worked on that deep ball, and we've got it going in many different games. Also trying to keep Kenneth Walker moving well. We've got him going in the last quarter of the season. We'd love to see more. He picks up the first. And all in all, coming off of a really strong end to the regular season, and with one high safety, we're going to make a couple changes here. Essentially make it a stick concept. See if DK could get to the outside yet again. He does. Loft it out for him. This time it's the touchdown. Bronson Moreau's first playoff drive ends with a touchdown on the board. So far, a fantastic start for us. We tack on the extra point, and considering we can't actually jump in to watch what our defense does, this is the best way we can. So just help us keep track of how these games go a little bit closer, a little bit more detail than the average episode, as we typically only watch our offensive drives, and good drives as that. No cutting drives also. All the bad, all the good is included in the playoffs as Christian McCaffrey picks up the first down. They're into plus territory here now, down to the 32. Another first down. Have they gone to anyone but McCaffrey? I don't know if they have. Guess he's on the cover for a reason. There we go. Charlie Warner gets a play, and Debo caps it off. They answer our opening touchdown. As we head out for our second possession, let's start with a run. Obviously, the last one more so pass heavy. Down the middle, we will just get one. We'll definitely be keeping an eye on some press coverage on the outside. So far, looks like Metcalf is going to do well in his one-on-ones. As Moreau's going to tuck and run. He's looking for a lot, though. Could not split the safeties. Looked like he was looking for a home run. Instead, we'll settle for a really nice first down. Now, they do stack everyone to that left-hand side here. Do we have we do not have a decent check. Was looking for a play action roll to the right-hand side. Instead, we'll go Walker, look for a couple blocks, spins to the right, and we'll pick up 3 on first. Not bad. First downs aren't meant for anything too fancy, though if we get it, we take it. 2nd and 7. We go with a tight group here. And see who gets open first. Well, how about DK? With some space up the sideline as he turns up. So far, he's hit on all 4 passes. Or actually, check that. 3 of the 4, as we did have the halfback screen, but that brings the first quarter to an end in a really good start here in the divisional round. But of course, not always how you start, but how you finish. Got to make sure we finish this drive as Moreau tried to bail to the outside, couldn't get by Bosa. Already his 2nd sack. He's gotten one from both sides of the line. Leaves 2nd and 21. Hard count for Moreau. No one jumps. As we got DK with a nice little window. That's going to take a lot of yardage off of here. Gain of 15, leaving 3rd and 6. And it'll be a shotgun look for the Seahawks as they got a bunch to the right-hand side. Fant lone to the left. Once again, hard count, no one moves. As once again, DK is wide open. A 2nd touchdown. Looked like he was close to getting that 2nd foot not in bounds, but he does. And just as the number on his chest is the number of points he's scored. Now as it's the kickoff, looks like it's a turnover as the offense is heading right back out. Wish we got a better indication of what happened, but we're starting at the 36, already up 1 touchdown. We can look to try to widen that as Moreau takes on Fred Warner. Picks up the first down. So far, all momentum for the home team. The 12's coming in here for us as we finally fixed that number this year. We tried to go with a chop block, didn't work. We go for DK, and how about let's make it a 3rd touchdown. In the first half, DK puts us up 21-7. And of course, Moreau, 3 touchdowns as well. We get a sack there. Honestly, didn't read who it was. 3rd and 13, a penalty. They get 3rd and 27, and it's thrown away. An awful start so far for the Niners. But that is all good news for us as we get our next drive underway. It's down the middle and stuffed Eric Armstead. Running game has been very hit or miss throughout our time this series. And against this front 7, I don't imagine it's going to be very easy. As we look for the quick throw, it's picked up, slammed down. But picking up some yards is Smith and Jigba. Leaves us needing 7 here on 3rd at the 35. Still Moreau trying to get someone to jump off sides. Hasn't been able to do it yet. He's going to tuck in a run, get a little stiff arm, and pick up an extra 1 or 2. Of course, he's been the team's leading rusher both of his seasons. Over 1,200 yards in each. Expect him to continue trying to do that as he will tuck and run again, sliding down, trying to keep it safe. He's taken some hits in this one. We don't like him taking too many of those. As we go hurry up, they have the safeties sitting back, so let's try to go with a more medium route concept here then. As we do have the slants, Tyler Lockett gets a catch behind Fred Warner, does turn, get the stop. That is 9 of 9 so far for our quarterback in Bronson Moreau. A fantastic start. Simply just taking what we've been given, and we've been given a lot. Also doing very, very well on his reads as he will look to scramble here again, sliding down around 15 yards, gain down to the 11. Very surprising the way that this defense has started off, because these two teams, they know each other very well. Walker takes the handoff, shakes 1, gets down to the 5. As he a little bit slow to get up, we'll let the 2-minute warning hit. Let everyone catch their breath, especially as we try to make it 28-7 here. Hard count, no one jumps. Need to find the throw. They cover the slants pretty well. As we roll, we had a couple options, but instead Moreau will maybe pick up about half a yard, maybe just back to the line of scrimmage. You can tell he was trying or hoping that he would get at least a block from someone. 3rd and short. DK looking for another, and Moreau squeezes it in between the 2 defenders. 3 first half touchdowns for DK Metcalf. Well, now I think we're all wondering, the 49ers, are they going to show up? No, A quick stop from the defense, and we have another opportunity at points before the end of the half. And it's pretty good starting field position as well. In our 42, two safeties over the top, though with trips to the right-hand side, they might shift to that right. So let's send DK. They do keep help over the top. And spinning off of one, though, not getting away. Moreau stopped at the line. Fred Warner does well to quickly collapse on it. As we move under a minute left, hard count, no one jumps. Moreau looks for the quick stop on the outside, though. Just the timing off on that one, maybe a little bit of the accuracy. First incomplete pass for Moreau on the game. He's 10 of 11. 4 touchdowns. It's been a great start for him. Can he find anything more here this half? No. It will be a sack on 4th, the first stop for the 49ers defense, and maybe that will spark something as they do have 2 timeouts left. So as they head on out, it's a gain of 10 going to Parker, backup running back for him. Knocked away by Diggs, 3rd and inches. It's a free first down due to penalty. Then thrown away, about 20 seconds left in the half. They get 13 to Debo, and that's it. First half comes to the end, 28-7. Opening up the second half, it is going to be 49ers ball, and they could really use a good drive here. Haven't had much go their way since the first quarter as Debo picks up a first down. It's also very strange that there is like no field sounds happening while in this view. I don't really know if they programmed it for that. But McCaffrey loses 3, leaving 2nd and 13. 10 goes to Kittle, leaving 3rd and 12. First down, Kyle Hughes checking him to the red zone as it's thrown away by Purdy. 2nd and 10. They lose 2 more. 3rd and long. They get a first down to the 3. And then a touchdown for McCaffrey. So they open up both halves with a touchdown. And if they start the same way, I would love to start the same way. And that means a touchdown drive as we start with Walker. He banks to the right-hand side and picks up 4. Only had 5-6 carries or so in that first half. Not much going from the running game, but we'll try to get him a little bit more involved if it opens up. As we've got a receiver, though the hit takes it away. We were looking for Lockett downfield. Instead, we found Bosa, who already has picked up a couple sacks, looking for his 3rd. On 3rd down, as we've got DK this time. He turns up. Actually, no, not DK. That is Smith and Jigba. I saw what I'm pretty sure was an X Factor emblem, so it looks like maybe Smith and Jigba has seen himself a little bit of an upgrade. As we got Fant over to the flat. Get it to him. I believe it's his first catch. Shakes 1. Gonna pick up 9.5, though. He's a little bit shaken up following the play. He did get shaken up towards the end of the regular season, and this one is going to send him to the locker room. Hopefully he's able to bounce back as we're up to the 42 here. Rolling, try to go downfield. Once again, not quite enough time. With 3rd and inches, they look to stack the box here. Let's make sure that we have the guys marked up as we should. Get a double to backer on this left-hand side. We are slow to get to it, but they did block the correct people. Walker picks up the first. And we're definitely in no hurry this second half either. Letting clock roll in between each and every play. See if we could get Lockett a little bit more involved. We've looked for him a couple times today. Only found him, I think, once or twice. It's been DK first and foremost. He picks up another nice gain down inside the 20. Now I'm going to try a play here that's been very hit or miss on if it actually works properly. And the release is super late. Instead, we'll get this to the rookie tight end, I believe is Ellison. He's made a couple grabs throughout the season. Not a whole lot of looks, but depending on Fant's injury, we might need him to step up as Fant goes right down the middle, setting us up at the 2. And with how much I have harped on this offensive line, I've got to show them a little bit of some love. They've done very well today. Really, the sacks have just come from inopportune rolls as Tyler Lockett finds his second grab. First touchdown for him on the day. And we answer their score with another one for ourselves. But will the 49ers be able to answer back? That was their problem in the first half. They drove down, got their touchdown to open, but then the rest of the half, they just did not do anything. As we're into the fourth quarter here, they need some big plays as they do not pick up the first down there, nor do they even go for it. We'll take over at the 44. An absolutely phenomenal showing so far for our guy here in Bronson Moreau. 255 passing, 5 touchdowns. He's also done pretty well on the ground as well. And speaking of groundwork, Walker, first down. That rush puts the team over 100, and honestly, I'm pretty sure Moreau has accounted for at least half of that. Walker just got stacked up. Loss of 3 as Wormley just shed the block almost instantaneously. A little bit of some press coverage on the outside, however, the 2 high safeties means I'm not going, at least looking originally for a deep shot. Instead, Moreau will just take the gap right down the middle. An awkward slide attempted in the knee of the safety. Good thing both players walk away from that without any injury. Getting us down inside the red zone yet again as we go back to Walker, who runs straight at the safety. He picks up 2. And can we find ourselves getting over 40 points here? As we're at the 14, Bunch to the right, Disley to the left. He finished the season pretty strong as well. As it's lofted up, no idea what kind of throw that was from Moreau. Maybe he tried to clutch it late and it slipped. And that definitely did not look like a throw that he's had, at least today. Maybe his rookie year might have been a little bit more common to see something like that. As Lockett to the outside is kept high and just a step too far out. Maybe if he threw that a second earlier, that's a touchdown right on the edge of the end zone. Instead, it will be a field goal tacked on here, I'd imagine, making it 38-14. And indeed, that would be the case. Now, time pretty much gone here for the 49ers. They would need an absolute miracle as they do not pick up the first down there with Parker. 3rd and inches, it's thrown away. 4th and inches. They get 6 to Kyle Juszczyk, trying to keep something alive. Draymond Jones with a sack. 2nd and 19. 13 goes to George Kittle. 3rd and 6, thrown away. 4th and 6. They pick up 13. Deebo Samuel down inside the 30. Down inside the 15 to Kittle. As it's an 8-yard gain, Ayuk. Haven't seen much from him at all. As we hit the 2-minute warning, that's a replay of the same play. Penalty on Austin Jackson will back him up. Then a sack again, Draymond Jones. 3rd and 21. They get 19. 4th and 2 at the 6. Fresh set of downs, make it goal to go at the 2, and they find a touchdown to Brandon Ayuk. But with just about a minute left, it's a little too late. All we need is a first down to seal it. We'll start with Kenneth Walker. Hand it off, he stretches it a little to the left-hand side, picking up half the yardage needed. 2nd and 5, first timeout called by the Niners. We're going to check this run to the left-hand side, go with a weak side dive. If we did a little bit better there with the tackle, well, maybe we would be done here. Instead, it is 3rd and 3. Hard count, no one jumps. I'm going to check to an RPO here. Corner is backed up off the ball. Get it out there quickly, see if DK can make it happen. 4th and 1, final timeout. Will they let us go for it here? No, they're gonna go ahead and punt it away. But that just might be the final drive for us in the divisional round. Or maybe not. Looks like the special teams unit went for it, so we're right back on out. And while it might be a little cheeky here, for the final play, I just want to see if we could get ourselves over 40 points. And it's not going to cost us anything if we don't. So look for a little bit of a jump ball to the right-hand side. It is swatted away. But that is a playoff victory. First appearance, first victory in the career of Bronson Moreau against a division rival, and it wasn't close. Nearly 100 rushing yards, 258 passing, 5 total touchdowns. A fantastic game. And from there, we shift our focus to the NFC Conference Championship, where we're scheduled to play against the Eagles. Now, the Eagles, they're probably looking for a little bit of some revenge, as we took away their first round bye in thanks to the Dallas Cowboys, who lost to the Carolina Panthers in the wild card weekend. He then went on to play against the Eagles, who barely snuck by that Panthers team 29-28. Meanwhile, we had a very good showing, and hopefully we'll see just as good of that. I feel like the defense is pretty comparable between the 49ers and the Eagles. Both have a pretty solid secondary. Linebackers not going to be as good, though they've got some decent guys. Front seven I expect to be just as competitive, so it should be a good showing. Battle of the Birds for the NFC Championship. So to make sure you don't miss out on what happens next time, hit that bell icon either in the bottom right or scroll down and hit the sub button, and definitely tap that bell icon so you're notified of when these videos go live. This series every single Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We have these state-only challenges every single Tuesday and Thursday, also in the playoffs. So don't miss tomorrow's as they head to the divisional round with the Marylavania state-only challenge. And then, however this season of that series comes to an end, we'll actually end that portion of the states only challenges. We have, I believe, 2 more that we need to get through before the either next Madden comes out, or honestly we could even start it with the next Madden. But we do have college football coming very soon as well, so don't miss out on those. Every single day I'm putting some posts out on the community tab hinting at who and eliminating other teams for who we'll be doing first in Dynasty. So a lot of things coming soon. We'll see you then, as we see you as well in the divisional round tomorrow with that state-only challenge and the NFC Conference Championship here with Bronson Moreau on Wednesday.